Megan O'Leary here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. I'm with Dana White, and we just had some huge news. Nick Diaz is off the card. Carlos Condit is replacing him. Dana, the first thing that came to mind for us when we were talking about this was, is there some sort of fine that you can instill in people's contracts and say, hey, if you don't show up for things, we're going to fine you 10% of your purse, or if you don't want to come to the post-fight press conference, that's fine, but you're going to have to deal with a fine?
Now, I've thought of things like that, and listen, these guys that have been around for a long time know I work with them here and there. You know, there's some things that you don't. But to not show up for something like this and the way that this was handled, then you don't fight. Then you don't get the life-changing opportunity that he was going to get.
All right, now you said that you gave Nick every opportunity. We saw Cesar Gracie call you. Obviously, you don't know Nick's future right now, but let's talk about Carlos Condit. Why did you call him first? I know a lot of people were calling for this fight. Was it something to do with the fans, or do you believe Carlos should get that title shot next?
It makes absolute sense. He should get the title shot next. And it's a great fight. So, I mean, the thing that always happens, and I say this all the time, we always luck out. When bad stuff happens, we usually end up fixing it and replacing it with a fight just as good or better. So,
yeah. Do you think this fight will be more competitive than it would have been if GSP was fighting Nick Diaz?
Georges St-Pierre thinks so. Yeah, George thinks this is a much tougher fight for him, and I give him a lot of respect and credit for taking the fight. So.
All right, let's talk about other big news from this week, which was Fox. Big announcement with the main event, JDS versus Kane. America obviously wants to see the heavyweights fight, but can you talk a little bit about their personalities and maybe why, you know, people who aren't familiar with mixed martial arts, these two guys are great representatives for the sport?
Yeah, and the whole personality thing is great, but really at the end of the day, what matters is the fight. And I know for a fact, first of all, people, you know, are always interested in the heavyweights, man. They're captivated by heavyweights. Two big guys going at it. These two heavyweights are going to go at it. I put this fight on because I know you can never guarantee that a fight's going to be great, but I pretty much guarantee this fight's going to be great. I mean, it's if you break down this fight 50 different ways, I just don't see how this fight isn't exciting.
Right, and a lot of people didn't realize this is a full card, just like a regular UFC fight. Any indications as to where people can watch the rest of the card yet?
I'll figure that out. When I get that figured out, believe me, you guys will know. But no, it's just going to be one fight, the main event, but it's a full card that night in Anaheim.
Okay, and I know you've been working like crazy with this GSP and Diaz deal, but do you know who's going to replace the fight on San Jose's card, or who could be headlining for Toronto?
Well, no, that fight was never. Everybody keeps saying, "What are you replacing in San Jose?" That fight was never made for San Jose. I mean, we knew the fight was coming. We knew we were going to put together. We're putting all our cards together. We got a great card for San Jose.
All right.
Trust me.
Are you sure you don't want to release it right now?
When I get the contract signed, then I'll do it.
All right, fair enough. Thank you so much, Dana. We know you're working hard and figuring all this stuff out. One last thing. Do you know who you're going to put against BJ Penn? Do you think John Fitch will be, you know, your choice?
No. Fitch wouldn't be ready for that fight because we were going to do Fitch versus Hughes when Diego fell out, and Fitch isn't ready. So we're doing Hughes versus Koscheck in Denver.
Okay. Anybody else that you're thinking of to face BJ?
Mm-hmm. I'll let you know when I get it done.
All right, fair enough. Thanks so much, Dana. Good luck with the rest of this.
Thank you.
Keep checking Heavy.com for more coverage.